Bruh.
I know how to kick you off. There's a man who came to your football club all these years ago and made you one of the most defensive pieces of shit in the competition and one of the most boring teams to watch. I hated your team for a very long time because of him. And he left in probably not the best of ways. Probably left the club high and dry. But at the end of the day, he pisses you off more than anybody when it comes to football. And his name is Ross Lyon.
Who is as overhyped as this man in the media? I honestly can't think of it. Like in the footy media.
No one. Maybe Clarko, maybe. Who deserves it?
He deserves the hype though, so no, that's not overhyped. I'd say him. He's seen as this genius god man that can do no wrong.
The Messiah.
Anyway, the main point of this arrow is just the absolute. They just lick his balls, man. There's just too much of this, man. There's just too much focus on him, and the amount of times that they go to this man in the box when it's a St Kilda game. It's one of the other reasons it's put me off watching them.
It pickles my egg.
It just, once I noticed it, I can't unsee it. It's the most irritating shit ever. I will never see the back of this man, and if he somehow manages to win a premiership, I will never hear the end of it.
Mate, imagine if he leads Saints to a flag. It'd be insufferable.
I do not know what I would do if it was Saints versus Freo and Saints won.
Oh, I'd be sick.
Oh.
But Ross Lyon, you've been arrowed. Ugh.
You've been half-assed arrowed. We just bitched about you.
We just bitch about him every week, which is my favorite thing in the world anyway. So,
Let's go break some hearts.
All right. So Nate isn't here this week, but he sent me through his nomination. So his boy is a former Collingwood player, and his name is Mark Keane.
What's his date of birth?
Oh, sorry. He didn't give me the date of birth, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry. But Mark Keane from the Adelaide Football Club. He was a Category B rookie from Ireland, picked up by Collingwood at the end of 2019. Played 5 games before going to Ireland end of 2021. He played a year of Gaelic football before returning to Australia, where he was given a second chance by the Adelaide Football Club this year. He's a key defender, so stats do not matter with this boy. But he's going to play a crucial role in Adelaide's push for finals. So, Mark Keane, welcome to the boys' club.
That's a good boy.
Mark Keane is a good boy. If you have had a chance to watch him, I'll send you the interview he did post game, and it is fucking hilarious. Nobody can understand a word he is saying.
You remember this, pal? You're a boy in a man's world.
So it's one of those ones where, because we've done so many, I'm kind of hoping that nobody's done this boy yet. But I'm picking my second of my premiership wings. This boy was a cult hero. He was basically played at the West Coast Football Club first from 2006 to 2010. Played 26 games. Moved to Sydney. Played from 2011 to 2012, played 6 games. And then 2013 to 2016, played at Hawthorn, 24 games. And that included a premiership. My boy is Matt Spanger. He was picked in the 2014 grand final after sitting out of the West Coast 2006 grand final, the Sydney 2012 grand final, and being an emergency during the Hawthorn 2013 grand final. If you can't say what a boy with that, and especially the cult hero status that this guy managed to get as well, Matty Spanger, welcome to the Stephenson Wherry Hall of Fame.
Well done.
I feel like that was a good one. I'll just give you his date of birth as well, mate, just for you. His date of birth is 23rd of April, 1987. He is 36 years old now, mate. Just for you. Just for you.
Thank you.
Takeshita!
Ouch!
Takeshita this week teamed up with Chris Jericho
Oh, that's right. He did too.
on Dynamite. He was the tag team partner of Chris Jericho in a winning bout against Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Takeshita, the entire match, was targeting Sammy and Daniel by knocking them off the apron constantly. But the crucial thing was the finish where Don, right in front of Chris Jericho, hit Danny Garcia with Floyd the baseball bat and got them the win. He elected to pin Daniel Garcia. So looking like he is going to align with Takeshita and Don, but we'll find that out next week with the Jericho Appreciation Society mandatory meeting or whatever they're doing. Typical AEW with their town halls and meetings, but Takeshita is going to be playing a crucial role in this storyline. I feel like going forward, and we can only hope potentially takes on somebody like a Jericho or a Danny Garcia or a Guevara.
Oh, Garcia would be awesome.
At All In. That would be. So we just need to see Takeshita on that All In card. That would be. I think that would be our year made if he managed to get on that card. But yeah, that is Takeshita watch. Not too much more. Just he was really solid in that tag match and got the victory this week.
They cheated.
Damn right they cheated. They lie, they cheat, they steal. But I'll get into the fixture so enough of Takeshita watch, but we'll get back into the footy for a little bit and we'll finish up with reading out next week's fixture. Again, every week at this point just feels like big game after big game. So Friday night, we start off with a huge clash between Collingwood and Geelong. First playing ninth, season on the line sort of stuff for Geelong. This is at the MCG. Saturday, we've got North Melbourne playing the Bombers. Again, another crucial clash for the Bombers to keep their finals alive. Swans taking on the Suns, another game that the Swans cannot lose. Brisbane taking on Adelaide. Again, another game where Adelaide cannot lose. Carlton taking on Melbourne. Carlton need a win to keep themselves firmly in the top 8. Melbourne need to win to keep their top 2 hopes alive. West Coast taking on Freo in the Derby clash. This one's probably a bit of a nothing game compared to the rest, but at the end of the day, we love Freo, so we know we're going to be well and truly entertained by the Derby. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it though. Unfortunately, I'll be at the footy myself, so you'll have to tell me all about it next week. We move on to Sunday, where Hawthorn takes on the Bulldogs in yet again another game where Hawthorn can be a bit of a banana. They could be a banana skin team for anybody, so the Dogs could potentially lose that. St Kilda take on Richmond at Marvel Stadium. That's going to be a huge clash. Richmond hate travelling to Marvel, so we all know that one. And Port take on the Giants. Big clashes all around. That one also has top 8 implications for the Giants and top 4 implications for Port. So massive, massive round 22 of football. Cannot wait. And we cannot wait to be at Demons versus Carlton this week. Going to be a bit of a fun watch, I think, that one.
Hopefully.
But we are the AWO Journeymen. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. And please, drink more water.